What is going on, Rocket Lab investors? So we are at $9.80. After hours, we were up $9.82, and that brings us at a market cap of $4.87 billion. So there's a lot of interesting news going on with Rocket Lab, but we have been noticing people have been selling shares more and more, and that's kind of concerning, especially when you've got big investment firms that are deciding to take their profits a little earlier, probably because they think that the stock is going to drop down. And that's to be expected. I fully expect the stock to drop down anywhere from $5 to $7. I honestly thought we would have been in the $7 to $8 range by now. But this is very odd, and you don't see this a whole lot. You don't see a massive run up and then it pulling back, going back up. It's staying steady in the $9 range. So that tells me there's some faith in Rocket Lab. Do I think it will pull back eventually? Yes, I do think so. But there's also the flip side where if a lot of people, or I should say, if Rocket Lab scores a contract or some catalyst happens while we're in this $9 range, it could shoot us up to, $15 or more. It just takes one little catalyst, but then on the flip side of that, it also takes one big mistake. Let's say a rocket blows up on the pad or in space when they're launching. That really hurts the stock. So it's very rough, especially when that kind of event happens in the $5 range, because that takes us down to could potentially in the $3 range. So I'm curious to know whether you think that Rocket Lab will continue to stay in the $9 range or if you think we're going to go down. I wouldn't be surprised if we go down with the fact that we've seen a lot of people selling their stocks. For example, I made the video on Cathie Wood, so I have a lot of faith in Cathie Wood. I know a lot of people hate her and think she's a bad investor. I think she's a great investor, and it's great that she believes in Rocket Lab. I'm really hoping that she jumps back on hardcore and sees the light, because if we had an investor like that where they're talking on the news how much they believe in Rocket Lab, kind of like she does with Tesla, that would help Rocket Lab drastically. And that would mean big money would follow. So it's sad to see her selling now, but she does own a fund. She needs to earn profit. So it's kind of to be expected. But some news that we got going now is the Susquehanna Fundamental Investment LLC. I don't even know how to say that word. I'm butchering it. My apologies. They decreased their holdings of Rocket Lab by 61.8% in the second quarter. According to the company's most recent 13F filing with the SEC, the firm owns 65,434 shares of Rocket Lab after selling 105,958 during the quarter, and they own a total amount of $314,000 worth of money. So that's kind of, again, disappointing seeing a fund sell out of their position. I mean, again, they need to earn profits. I mean, that's a cool, quick buck for them. They're up. They're probably fully expecting it to drop down. And then hopefully they buy back in. I want to see those buybacks. I want to see Cathie Wood buy back in later on. That would give me faith. But don't be discouraged, because we got like Vanguard Group Inc. now owns 29,000 shares valued at, or actually 29 million shares of Rocket Lab valued at $119 million after buying an additional 2.4 million shares last quarter. So that's big money right there. I'm curious to know, I mean, that's a ton of info. I wonder if they maybe made a mistake, added an extra number on there. But it's good to see Vanguard invested in Rocket Lab. So I'm curious to know how you feel about this. Do you think this is a bad sign that this Susquehanna, I don't even know how to say that name, this fund decreased its position, took a little profit? They still do own some, but they cut more than half of their holding. Do they think the stock is going to drop drastically? I mean, they're getting out early, but they got to earn profits. That's the flip side of my thoughts and view on that. I'd love to hear your view, so please comment down below. It'll definitely help the channel, it'll help the community. Shout out to everyone that's been liking and commenting on the videos. I truly do appreciate it. So regardless of them selling, I am bullish on Rocket Lab. I have faith. I truly believe this will be anywhere from a $50 billion to $100 billion company one day. I have faith in Peter Beck. I am heavily invested in Rocket Lab, and I think there's a huge potential for a lot of money to make money, or for a lot of people to make money with Rocket Lab. So this is just the beginning, and yeah, thanks for watching. But as always, please do your own research, have some fun, make some money. This video is not financial advice. Any statements made are my views and is for entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research and consult a professional before making any financial investments.